This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and fire. We keeping a foot on the what? On the Knicks. We keeping a foot on the what? On the Knicks. Let's talk about it, man.
Go
First
ahead,
off,
he knows.
Jaron Boots Ennis. I'm going to make this very clear. Because beta males, what they like to do is they like to put you in a box called beta male congregation. Let me say it again. Beta males love to put you in a box called beta male congregation. Beta males are la cucarachas. We've sang the song before. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar. They're scattering fucking cockroaches. So they go from one place like opera singers. Yeah. Then they go to the next place like opera singers. Yeah. You know, they got to jump from one place to the other. They need false reassurances. What they keep doing when they pushing Jaron Boots Ennis, they're letting you know that Terence Crawford, the Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence, is exactly what he is. A Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Let me say it again. They're letting you know that Terence Crawford is a Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Just like he really is, which is a Chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. So they jump from that to the a young fucking pup, and i.e. Jaron Boots Ennis. So let me say it again. They jump to a young pup in Jaron Boots Ennis. You have to look at it. They're jumping from one shoe shining boxer to another shoe shining boxer, just a bigger variation. There's no stretch of the imagination. There's no reality. There's no totality. There's no finality where Errol Spence will fight Jaron Boots Ennis. The only way this fight is realistic, and I'm going to break this down because nobody else is explaining it. Jaron Boots Ennis would have to move up to 154. He would have to come to the ideology that he knows that his career is going to be sacrificed. His career is going to be obliterated. His career is going to be annihilated because he's standing in the path of an Errol Spence way. See, when Errol Spence move up to 154, he resets. He starts over. See, every time you move up to a weight class, this is why Terence Crawford. I had to say it a little stronger. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense and go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. What he did at 140, 135, 130, shit doesn't fucking count. Because every time you go to a new weight class, a higher weight class, everything resets. You're starting all the way over. This is why the shit that he did at 140 undisputed, it doesn't fucking matter when these nonsensical dodo headish fans bring it up. The shit that he did at 135, it doesn't fucking matter. The shit that he did at 130, it doesn't fucking matter. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, dog. All we care about is actions,
he knows.
results, and maximum proficiency. Let me say it again. Actions, results, and maximum proficiency. So it's really about what he's done at 147. But people understand that Terence Crawford's time is up. So they're jumping on Jaron Boots Ennis. But Spence doesn't work backwards. Once he's done with Undisputed at 147, Jaron Boots Ennis is going backwards. Why would he stay at 147 to fight that guy? He would have to, Jaron Boots Ennis would have to come to the conclusive state that, you know what? I'm going to get retired early. I want this Spence fight so bad, which he really doesn't. He's just basically clout chasing Spence. Let me say it again. He's clout chasing Spence. And you got a lot of these beta male YouTubers that are running with the nonsense. But really, let's really break it down what's really going on behind the scenes. What's going on behind the scenes is these beta male YouTubers are not really doing this for that aspect. They're really more so doing this for the sense of this and off the strength of this. They got to fall and land on another fighter. Because they know Terence Crawford's day is numbered. Let me say it again. They have to land and they have to fall on another fighter because Terence Crawford's days are numbered. This is why they ran with Jaron Boots Ennis. This is why they ran with that narrative that Errol Spence is supposedly ducking a young pup who hasn't even proven himself. Every time Jaron Boots Ennis fights a choked tomato can, a guy that they put in front of him that he's supposed to dispose of, then he and his father want to call out Errol Spence and want to call out Terence Crawford. How many years have y'all been doing this call out? What has been the result of the call out? Has it worked? So stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense and go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. The shit has not worked. So if the shit hasn't worked, why are you doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the different result? That is the definition of insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So clearly what you're doing is not working. So what you need to do is focus on your trajectory. See, the problem with boxing fans, they're really boxing casuals. These people are not true boxing fans. They just want to put anybody in the true alpha extraordinaire governed by the true alpha economics way. Let me say it again. They want to put anybody in the true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics way. When a guy's a true alpha, he's always under the gun of what's called pressure. But see, he's already been under pressure because guess what? He lives in the leagues of the water of pressure. Remember, Errol the True Spence is a megalodon shark. A megalodon shark has no predator. It is the predator. So
Go ahead,
Ennis is calling out Errol the True Spence. It's a clout chase. He ain't no predator. He's a young fucking pup that's using a namesake to try to build up his resume and profile. He knows that he steps into the ring and fights that guy, he's ending his career before it even starts. And if he's stupid enough to do it, he's going to have a Mikey Garcia fate. Let me say it again. If he's stupid enough to do it, he's going to have a Mikey Garcia fate. So when it's all said and done, Jaron Boots Ennis, you want to Errol the True Spence fight? I'm giving you the game plan. Nobody else on YouTube is telling you this because they're brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads. They're not smart enough to realize it. You want to fight Errol the True Spence? Go to 154 where Errol the True Spence resets, because then you'll be in the same trajectory as him. Because at that point, he would have to fight everybody to get to the point to where he has to ultimately become undisputed at 154. That means you would be slim pickings. That means you would be fair game at that point. But to fight at 147, he's not going to go backwards and wait on you when he's accomplished everything he's supposed to do at 147. That's only dodo headish shit that Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain say. Classic dodo and troglodyte say. Ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric say when it's all said and done. Why would a guy in a previous generation go back and fight backwards in a guy that's in a current generation? Boxers in this generation are lazy as fuck. They want to skip the line. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to basically go out there and do the heavyweight lifting. Errol the True Spence did the heavyweight lifting. Terence Crawford, this is the first time you've ever heard me say Errol the True Spence and Terence Crawford in solidarity for one time and one time only. Let me say it again. This is the only time you'll hear me say Errol the True Spence and Terence Crawford in solidarity in one time and one time only. When it's all said and done, there's a solidarity between them. And the solidarity is Terence Crawford did all that he was supposed to do. Even though he fought tomato cans, even though he fought the fighters that was put in front of him, he did everything that he was supposed to do to get to this dance in this generation. So why are we mentioning Jaron Boots Ennis when we have the biggest fight on our hands? The biggest fight that we've seen in this generation since Manny Pacquiao and fucking Floyd Mayweather. Since Mayweather Pacquiao, this has been the biggest fight. This is the only fight we should be talking about. Not no young pup that was given another fucking tomato can and he beat him, and then now all of a sudden he gets to skip the line. So where's your Dennis Ugas fight under your belt? Where's your Keith Thurman fight under your belt? Where's your Danny Garcia fight under your belt? Where's your Sean Porter fight under your belt? Where's your Keith Thurman fight under your belt? Where are these welterweight fights under your belt? You don't have these fights under your belt. So stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense and go sit down.
Go ahead, he knows.
Hey, fucking hush. This is why I challenge you boxing fans. And I tell you, you guys are the problem with the sport. And that's why I don't trust commentators, because they always want false reassurances. Everywhere you go, you listen to one channel. Oh, yeah, I see your point. You listen to another channel. Yeah, I see your point. You guys are like waves, man. Tidal waves. You're inconsistent. But those that are authentic, those that are consistent, those that are the real G's, the super real G's and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets, they get the message. They get what He Knows Everything is saying, and they rocks with what's called the truth. And the truth is as simple as this. If Jaron Boots Ennis is not going to 154 when everything resets to fight Errol the True Spence, then again, stop stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense and go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. I keeps the foot on the what? On the Knicks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the Knicks. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.